Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I pray that you're blessed and that everyone around you is blessed as well. I'm Tina from tinawonderfullymade. If you are new, don't forget to hit subscribe so you can join the Wonderfully Made family. We talk faith, family, and fiction here. If you're returning, welcome back.
Welcome to Tina Wonderfully Made.
So, when you're watching this, it is almost July, you guys. Like, almost July. And you know what that means? Of course, we got to pick our TBR. So what I was thinking, I was like, I want to do something different, but yeah, I couldn't think of anything. So we're going to pull out the good old TBR jar, and hopefully I can pick some summery fun books off of the shelves. I like how like some people have TBR carts. I used to have a little one, but got rid of it. So we're just gonna look through the shelves, see what we can find, and add to the TBR. So let's start. In this jar, I redid all my prompts. So I don't know what I'm gonna get. If it's one that I just know that will not work with any of my books, or I'm just not feeling, me and Belle are going to talk about it to see if we should just throw that one to the side and pick a new one. Speaking of Belle, she's ready for summer. She's ready for summer. Anyways, let's start. Here's the TBR jar. Hopefully we pick some good ones. Right now, I'm in the middle of like, I don't even know how many books. Probably like 4 or 5. One of them, I'm just waiting for my Libby hold to release for audiobook. The other one I'm just taking my time. It's not even like a June book. It was just one, which is Theo of Golden. Just taking my time with it. It's just such a great story. And then there's another one that I started when we took our camping trip that was not part of my June TBR, but I am also taking my time with it. If I don't finish it by the end of the month, it's totally fine. I'll just move it to July. Anyways, let's pick our first prompt. Let's see. Let's see. Letters or email formats. Letters or email format. I'm actually reading one right now, but we'll keep it. So I'll put it right here. Let's see. Soulmates. I'm gonna switch that one. Girl, what do you think? We're switching it. I don't know. Right now I'm just not, I don't know. So we're gonna pick another one, okay? Let's dig deep. I have not used my TBR jar in a minute. Sprayed edges. Sprayed edges. We're gonna hold on to that one because I don't know how many sprayed edges or books that I have with sprayed edges. You know what? And I didn't even tell you how many we're gonna pick. So I already have 2, and then we're also gonna pick our next book from our 12 and 26 pile, which we'll do that later on. I'm looking and I just don't know which one I'm gonna pick. So, but from the TBR jar, let's do 4. Let's do 4, and then the 12 and 26 will be our 5th book. I put a pause on the Francine Rivers books right now. As much as I'm loving Oshina's like book club stuff, the one book that I am waiting for the Libby hold for the audiobook is the one that I paused for a second because reading it was just not getting me. So hopefully I can listen to it and finish it, and then we can move on. So that's on pause. Anyways, so we're gonna pick 4 all together from the TBR jar. and then we'll get our 12 of 26. Next is the third one. And what we're doing is just picking all the prompts, and then we'll just go to the shelves to see what we get. Oh, I got 2. Second chance romance. Do I want to do that? I'm not feeling it. We're gonna change. Let's see. You're probably yelling at me through the screen like, girl, just make up your mind. So here's another one. Let's see. Under 300 pages. Thank the Lord. We're keeping that one, okay? That one goes right there. Okay, and then we're gonna pick one more. Please be good to me. Historical setting. Yes, I'm definitely gonna keep this one. You're like, you put away second chance romance, but you want to read a historical fiction, period. Okay, so let's hit the bookshelves and see what we can find that fit those prompts, and then we'll do the 12 of 26. Let's go. Okay, so I'm over here. We are going to look for one that has letters or emails. The first one that comes to mind is, where did I put it? I really want to read This Book Made Me Think of You. I don't know if it has any like letters or emails. So I'm going to hold on to it because I'm not 100% sure. There was one that I just got. Hold on. I just found it. The Last Love Note by Emma Gray. We're going to hold on to this one. So we'll see. We'll see. Now, the next one. Sprayed Edges. Now, I don't believe I have any over here that are sprayed edges. Let me check down on the bottom. No. I don't. Let's go check the thriller section. Okay, so now we're here in my thriller section, and let me put this down right here. Usually they are hardcover books, but I don't even see, I'm sorry. Usually like sprayed edges are hardcovers. Normally, I'm probably totally wrong, but I don't see any sprayed edges. I think the only one that I have I already read, that is Pretty Girls by Karen Sauter. I already read that. Do I want to do a reread? Okay, let's hold on to that one. And then we'll go back over here because I don't think I have any. I mean, I also have Love in Other Words and Archer's Voice that are sprayed edges, but I've read those too. But I kind of want a thriller. And then The Night We Met, also sprayed edges, but I read that. Let's get on our knees, okay? I don't think I have any. Okay, so we're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep those. I don't know what it is. I just don't gravitate towards sprayed edges. Okay, Now the next one, under 300 pages. So there was one that I wanted to read. Let's check to see if this book reminds me of you is under 3. No, it is not. I don't know where I want to go. Do I want to read like a romance? I do have some down here, like in my Christian fiction. Okay, I have this one, A Run at Love by Tony Shiloh. Let's see how many pages. No, that's over. Hopefully this one, because I've been wanting to read this one. Nope, that's over. These are all over 300. All the ones that I want to read are over 300 pages. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to try and look for the smallest book. Oh, okay. I think I know, because I've been wanting to read this. What the Fireflies Knew. This was on my TBR a while back, and this is definitely under 300. It's like 260 something. So we're gonna do that one. And then the last one, historical setting. Historical setting. Now, I could always go to Kristen Hanna, which, you know what? I am, because there is a summer book that I want to read, which is, let me grab it. Things are gonna fall. I'm sure you probably already know. If you're a Kristen Hanna fan, you probably know which one I'm gonna pick. Summer Island. Yes. I really want to read this. Really, really want to read this. Do I add it as an extra? You know, we're going to do that. Add it as an extra. And there's also a thriller book. Let me put you guys down. Okay, so there was another book that I was going to choose just to add as an extra, but this is already enough. This is already enough. So we're going to go through them. I'm going to talk to you about what they're about, and then we'll go get our 12 of 26. So the first one was a book with letters or email format. The Last Love Note by Emma Gray. So this says, 2 years after losing her husband, Cameron, Kate is a bit of a mess. Lurching from one comedic crisis to the next, she does her best to navigate work, friendships, and parenting a 5-year-old with Cam's support. When a flight diversion on a business trip unexpectedly leaves her stranded in a beach town in Australia, Kate finally has a chance to process her grief. Can she let go of the love of her life and risk her heart a second time? The Last Love Note will make readers laugh, cry, and renew their faith in the resilience of the human heart, recognizing that while you may never stop loving the one you've lost, you can always find love again. Sounds like second chance romance. Don't mind the Target sticker. I don't know why they do that. Now, the next one, Sprayed Edges. And it's funny because I don't have a lot of sprayed edges. So we're going to do a reread. And I'm excited about this one because I actually really liked it. Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. So it says, when the shocking murder of Claire's husband brings the horror and heartbreak of her sister's disappearance roaring back, she is forced to form a weary truce with Lydia, whom she has not spoken to in decades. 2 crimes, nearly a quarter century apart. What could connect them? Haunted, the surviving sisters begin to unearth the secrets that destroyed their family all those years ago and find the astonishing truth where they least expect it. So, yeah, I'm definitely, and it is the sprayed edge one. This says sisters, strangers, survivors. I don't know if you can see it's, there you go. Yeah. So we're going to do that one. And then a book under 300 pages, What the Fireflies Knew. This says, an ode to Black girlhood and adolescence, What the Fireflies Knew follows Kenyatta Bernice, KB for short, after her father dies of an overdose, and the debts incurred from his addiction result in the loss of their family home in Detroit. Over the course of a single sweltering summer, so it happens in summer too, period, KB attempts to navigate a world that has turned upside down. KB and her teenage sister Naya are sent by their overwhelmed mother to live with their estranged grandfather in Lansing, Michigan. I am from Lansing, Michigan, so hopefully they talk about different things in there from the city. That'd be cool. With her mother no longer present, KB finds herself with only an increasingly distant Naya and a grumpy, silent grandfather to count on, and everyone in her family seems to be keeping secrets. As KB vacillates between resentment, abandonment, and loneliness, she is forced to carve out a different identity for herself and find her own voice. This is going to be good. This is going to be so good. So, and then the last one was historical setting. I don't even know if this is historical setting. It's not. Should we just say it is? Because I want to read this. It says years ago. You know what? We're gonna count it. It's Summer Island. So, historical fiction or not, we're gonna read it, okay? This says, years ago, Nora Bridge walked out of her marriage and left her daughters behind. She has since become a celebrity radio talk show host and newspaper columnist, beloved for her moral advice. Her young daughter, Ruby, is a struggling comedian who uses her famous mother as fuel for her bitter, cynical humor. When the tabloids unearth a scandal in Nora's past, her career implodes and Ruby gets her big break. She is offered a fortune to write an unflattering tell-all article about her mother. Under false pretenses, Ruby returns home to talk to the woman she hasn't spoken to for almost a decade. Home. To the house on Summer Island where Ruby grew up, a place filled with childhood memories of love and joy and belonging. There, as Ruby is reunited with old friends, what began as an expose evolves into an exploration of her family's troubled past. In picking apart her mother's life, Ruby has no choice but to examine her own. As the magazine deadline draws near and Ruby finishes the story that has begun to feel like an act of brutal betrayal, she is forced to make a choice, not about the past, but about the future. The truth is not as simple as she'd once imagined. Summer Island is a beautiful novel, at once funny, tender, sad, and ultimately triumphant. Yes, we're gonna read that. Historical fiction or not, we're just gonna add it. Now, this is one that I want to read so bad, and I'm going to just add it. So if we get to it, great. If not, it's going to be moved to August, which is This Book Made Me Think of You by Libby Page. And this says, when Tilly Nightingale receives a call telling her there's a birthday gift from her husband waiting for her at her local bookshop, it couldn't come as more of a shock. Partly because she cannot remember the last time she read a book for pleasure, but mainly because Joe died 6 months ago. When she goes to pick up the present, Alfie, the bookshop owner with kind eyes, explains the gift. 12 carefully chosen books with handwritten letters. Okay, so we have options here. You know what? I think I'm going to hold off on the last love note, and we're going to replace it with this for sure. I knew it had to have had letters in here or something. So it says 12 carefully chosen books with handwritten letters from Joe, one for each month, to help her turn the page on her first year without him. At first, Tilly can't imagine sinking into a fictional world, but Joe's tender words convince her to try, and something remarkable happens. Tilly becomes immersed in the pages, and a new chapter begins to unfold in her own life. Monthly trips to the bookstore and heartfelt conversations with Alfie give Tilly the comfort she craves and the courage to set out on a series of reading and inspired adventures that take her around the world. But as she begins to share her journey with others, her story, like a book, becomes more than her own. So this is going to be read first before the last love note. We're going to say the last love note is going to be like, if we can get to it. Because first of all, the cover is just giving just whimsy, and it may make me boo-hoo and cry, but we're here for it. Now, let me go get our books that are remaining from the 12 of 26. If you don't know what that is and it's your first time, I picked, in the beginning of the year, I picked 12 books off of my shelf that I really want to read this year. No ifs, ands, or buts. Like, they're going to get read. And I'm picking one each month. So we're going to pick the seventh book of the year from this pile. So let me go get it. Here they go. This is the pile that's left from our 12 of 26. There's a couple thick ones. There is one that I probably won't read because it's going to read similar to the book that we have for less than 300 pages. So let's just go through them and I can tell you. Okay, so this one is Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. This is a thick one. So we're going to say no on this one. So yeah. Now, this one is I feel has the same vibes as this one. So we're not going to pick this one. However, I want to get to this like soon. So maybe this will be the August pick. I don't know. Homefront. I did say in my last TBR video that I wanted to save this for September just because it's giving like military vibes. I'm Glad My Mother Died, or I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I could probably read this via audio because they said it's really good, but I already have enough heavy books here. I don't know. So we're gonna put this one over here because that's a maybe. The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I feel like I want to save this for like October. So we're gonna say that. We're gonna save this for October. The Intruder by Frida McFadden. Now, this one is like a high contender. It also has sprayed edges. I knew I had some with sprayed edges. So it's between these two. Which one do I want to read? Also, I need to take that sticker off because it bothers me every dang time I pick this book up. I'm gonna pick this one. I will probably save this one for later on. I don't know. Now this one says, who knows what the storm will blow in. Casey's cabin in the wilderness is not built for a hurricane. Her roof shakes, the lights flicker, and the tree outside her front door sways ominously in the wind. But she's a lot more worried about the girl she discovers lurking outside her kitchen window. Absolutely not. She's young, she's alone, and she's covered in blood. Absolutely not. The girl won't explain where she came from or loosen her grip on the knife in her right hand. And when Casey makes a disturbing discovery in the middle of the night, things take a turn for the worse. The girl has a dark secret, one she'll kill to keep, and if Casey gets too close to the truth, she may not live to see the morning. That's all I needed. This is going on the TBR for July. You can't go wrong with a Frida McFadden book anyway. So, because I also have The Divorce, but that's not part of the 1226. So that might be next month. Who knows? In August, not July. But here is, let's get them all together. I am excited for this TBR. Like, excited. Here is my July TBR. I cannot wait. Come back. We're going to do some reading challenges. Speaking of reading challenges, I have on my Instagram, I'm going to be posting Belle's Book Club reading challenge, and it's 9 squares. And you just check them off. You can print it out. I'm going to try and get it to print out. If not, you can just screenshot it. I don't know. We're going to figure it out though. I may, if possible, put it on my website as well. All the description, or all the stuff's in the description box. Go check it out. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go check me out. Yeah, so with that being said, luckily we already have our TBR for July. So if I finish some books before July starts, I will definitely be jumping in to these reads because I'm excited. Now, comment down below, is there a book that you're excited to read for July, or are you just going with the flow? Like, do you have a TBR? Let's chat, okay? Always remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Talk to you later. Bye.